everyone, and thank you so much for tuning back to my channel. I'm really glad to see you here, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Natalie, and for today's makeup look I'll create this really gorgeous high glam makeup where I'll be sharing with you lots of tips and tricks on how to layer out the products so they can look really beautiful and effortless, and I'm sure you're going to absolutely love this makeup look as much as I did. So let's get into today's makeup look. As this is a high glam makeup look, I'll be starting with the eye makeup first, and for this I will be taking Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Cocoa, starting to build this up on the lid. And this caviar stick is very creamy, and this specific shade is like a matte brown, and it's just really beautiful and creamy. And going in with my Hourglass number 4 brush, I'll start to blend that going upwards up until the crease. And as you can see, this is blending out so easily. And as you're blending, you want to open up your eyes so you can see how far you're taking this eyeshadow. I absolutely love these caviar sticks. They come in really beautiful shades, but if you want that color that will give you a little bit of depth, be brown, this is absolutely amazing. And now just a tiny bit more to make it a little bit more deep, and focusing that only on the lid. Benefit Hoola bronzer, and using my Kit Co my blending shadow large, I'll pick some of this bronzer up and I'll use this to soften the edges of the crease. So backwards and forwards, and make sure to take that more towards the inner corner and take it outwards as well. So this will just help give more of like a blurred out smoky effect in the crease, but without making it super dark and heavy looking. I prefer using like a bigger brush for this step, just because it will blend away much easier and the color will be a lot more distributed than if you use a smaller brush. And as you can see now, it just looks really beautiful and smoky and a little bit blurry. And this is the effect that we want to give to the eye. MAC Blacktrack Pro Longwear Fluidline Eyeliner, and just placing a small wing just in this outer part of the lid. Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette, and I'll be taking the dark brown color using my Kit Co 1.20 brush, and I'll use this color to blend out this wing that we just created. So very softly start to smudge that out and try and keep the edges as clean as possible. By using this technique, it will just give you a really beautiful, defined, but yet really blurred smoky eye. Taking a little bit more of the same shadow and continuing the blending. And as I reach the crease, I'll just be pushing some of this color in the crease and a little bit outwards. And going back with my bigger brush, I'll soften the edges out. Going back to the gel eyeliner and my MAC 212 brush, I'll use it to tightline my lashes, so very slowly pushing this gel on the root of the lashes, and this will help to cover all of the gap, so when we put our mascara you won't be able to see any. So take this step very slow, because it's a little bit tricky because you go really close to the eyes. And this specific brush is my absolute favorite to tightline when I'm doing it on myself. I find that you can get a lot of precision and control when doing this step on yourself. Chanel Cream Eyeshadow in Silver Pink, and this is a beautiful gray taupey color with a tiny bit of pink sparkle to it, and I'll be placing that just on the lid and towards the center. And as you can see already, this has tied really beautifully with this eye makeup. I love this Chanel cream eyeshadow. It's really beautiful, and again, if you want, you can just wear it by itself and it would still look gorgeous as well. And just going back to blending again with my big brush. Using now my black eyeshadow and the Wayne Goss number 05, and I'll darken out this outer corner a little bit more, so in the same area that we applied the wing. This will just create more depth to the eyes and it will give it that smoky look but without looking harsh. And as you can see, we haven't really used eyeliner, but using eyeshadow with like small strokes, it can really make a massive difference and give it a lot of depth. And I'm back to my MAC 239 and I'll be softening this middle part, so literally blending out the black eyeshadow with the rest of the cream eyeshadow. And using the same black eyeshadow and the same brush, I'll take this black color and put it just in this outer part of the lower lash line and just literally connecting it with this top part. I'll quickly take a wipe and I'll clean up and make it a little bit shorter. And this is a great way to be able to correct any mistakes, especially when you want to clean up underneath the eyes. And the way I do it is that I put my finger in the wipe and very precisely I just clean up exactly where I want. Using the same palette, I'll be taking this slightly deeper mauvey shade and going back with my Kit Co number 1.20 brush, and with my eyes open, and I'll place this color more into the crease, but very little, just as a transition shade. So this will give a little bit more depth but without making it super dark. And this brush is really small, so it will really help give you that precision, and I especially love this to use in the crease. Tom Ford Eye Color Quad in Cocoa Mirage, and I'll use this beigey whitish shade. I'm taking this straight firm brush, this is from Shuamura, and placing that just beneath the eyebrows. And black eyebrow styler in Lingering, super important when you're doing more of a smoky eye to make the eyebrows a little bit darker than usual, just so there can be a balance between the eyes and the brows. Start off by applying it in the areas you need most color, so for me that will be around the edges of my brows and mainly in this outer corner. And using the other side of this product, it comes with that great brush so you can really blend out the product. Benefit Gimme Brow in shade number 3. Fantastic mascara for the brows, and the color again is perfect for me. And as we applied the pencil beneath, I'll just brush that away just to keep the shape going upwards and give them a little bit more color. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes. Beautiful mascara, and it gives really great length and volume, and you can also separate your lashes incredibly well with this mascara. And make sure to grab the ones in the beginning of your eyelashes, because that will make a massive difference in how lifted your eyelashes are going to look. For eyelashes, I'll be taking this one from Eyelure, and I'll be linking it down below to which one it is. Duo Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive, and this lash glue is amazing because it dries really quickly, and once it sets, it sets. And now that it has dried down, I'll place it in the center and tuck it in both sides and then just leave it. Kouzami Instant Light Primer using a flat Sephora brush. This primer is extremely lightweight and it has light reflective little bits into it, so it will help give a little bit of glow, but at the same time will provide a tiny bit of hydration onto the skin. La Mer Soft Fluid Foundation in the shade number 12 Natural. This is my trusty foundation, and of course I absolutely love it. It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Brush. It feels very lightweight and it just glides on very smoothly on the skin. It just really perfects the skin and goes on really smooth, and it just has that natural finish, provides a medium to buildable coverage, and it just feels very lightweight on the skin, but at the same time it really helps to perfect the skin and make it look flawless. But I also find that it doesn't really emphasize any pores or texture. Sisley Cernes Phyto Eclat in the shade number 2. Incredible concealer corrector, and it has that really beautiful peachy undertone, so it will really help to correct this under eye darkness. Using Makeup Forever 244 straight brush and starting to focus this corrector in the inner part of the eyes, and I absolutely adore this corrector. It's very lightweight and glides on really smoothly. Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Fair. Slowly, and as I'm doing this, I'll start to blend it upwards. And this brush is perfect because it's small, so you can get a lot of precision when you're applying your contour. And this contour product is very buttery and soft, so the minute you apply it onto the skin and you start to blend, it melts in straight away with the skin and looks very natural. And going back to my It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush, and I'll be pushing this contour in just to blend it out a little bit more seamlessly. Estee Lauder Double Wear in number 2C, and using a tiny bit of this concealer just below the corrector, a tiny bit on the forehead, just in the center of the nose and on the chin, and going back with my Makeup Forever 244 brush, tapping that in and focusing that just a tiny bit lower down. And as I'm blending, I'm just blending in with the contour that we applied earlier. And now for a little bit more highlight, I'll be blending that in the center of my forehead and just on the center of the nose. Hourglass Ambient Lightening Powder in Radiant Light, and taking some with my MAC 168, and I'll be tapping that on the very high parts of the cheeks. But because we're applying it on top of the cream, I'll not be doing any swiping motions, so I'm literally just tapping that in. And you can see, although it looks like a nothing color in the pan, when you apply it on top of the cream contour or even by itself, it just gives that really beautiful, very soft contouring that looks very effortless, I would say. It also has little bits of sparkle, so it will really help to set the contour, give a little bit more of a brighter and more radiant look to the skin. I'll be also pushing it underneath the jawline and a tiny bit around the nose. Hourglass Ambient Lightening Blush Quad in Ghost. Using my Suku brush, I'll be placing that on the center of the cheeks and blending it up. Really love Hourglass blushers because they are very smoothing onto the skin. They're very lightweight and they still have that punch to them, and it just gives that really beautiful finish to the skin and really blurs any imperfections. Iconic Liquid Drops in Original, and taking my Zoeva 134 brush and placing this on the very high points of the cheeks. And it will give a really beautiful glow to the skin, and also some on top of my brows, center of the nose and on top of the lip. And as you can see, the shine is incredible on the skin. Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and using my Inglot 4SS brush. It's very small and great for precision. This powder is great and it's very universal, so I'll mainly put most of the powder on my T-zone area because I have more combination skin. Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude, and this is a beautiful nudie brown colors. As we're doing high glam, I'll be enlarging my lips just a little bit extra. So when you're creating a more fuller lip, you want to line a little bit extra just in the center of the lip and just leave the sides more sharp and not too out. Another way to blend out when you want to create more of a bigger lip is to take just a small brush. This is the MAC 228S, and start to blend away the pencil in the areas that you want to enlarge your lips. Revlon liquid lipstick in the shade Seduction, and this is a beautiful brown nudie color, so I'll place that on the rest of the lip. Tarte Shape Tape concealer in the shade Light Medium, taking a round brush, this is from Shuamora, and with very little product I'll be sharpening out the lips. Just taking my bigger Makeup Forever brush to blend around it. So this is the finished result, and I absolutely love this makeup look. I cannot wait when I will have a new occasion to go to and recreate this super high glam. I hope that you loved it too, and that you will recreate this makeup look. If you do, make sure to tag me in your Instagram stories. It's at Natalie Kamal Makeup. And do let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on this makeup look? Is it something you're going to wear? What would you like to see next from me? I would love to know your opinion. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, I would really appreciate if you give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.